Hey, I just wanted to give you some bonus material. A whole bunch of things that I wasn't able to quite fit into the concepts that we were covering in the 7 modules. And I just wanted to be able to talk with you about it here. Let me start by just going through all the platforms and giving you my opinion on all of the platforms at this moment in time when it comes to network marketing success. First is Facebook. Facebook is King Kong. If there's any doubt in your mind, start with Facebook. If you have any question in your mind, start with Facebook. This is where most people live. This is where most people are spending their time. You can look at all what these young kids are doing all the time. I'm just talking about the average network marketing prospect is on Facebook. Facebook has the tools, it has the reach, it has the ability to be able to connect. It's the most connected platform out there. It is King Kong. Another is LinkedIn. This is an excellent tool that a lot of people are talking about on how to connect within the professional communities. So you can list your resume, you can find out other people's resumes, you can connect with people with like interests, like minds. It's very searchable, it's more business oriented, and it's another great tool to be able to find people, to be able to make connections, to be able to network. You can go in there, connect with people, and have them come friend you up on Facebook. Or you can start to post inside of LinkedIn in order to be able to expand your brand. So that's a second. Third one, Instagram. Instagram is mostly photo, but now recently video. And it's another platform, it's another way to communicate. But I view Instagram as more of a broadcast medium than a networking medium. Like Facebook has a network of people that's very easy to see. Instagram doesn't have that easy to see network as much or the same kind of interaction. You might click on the heart button on a photo, but it doesn't build the same kind of dialogue other than a response to a photo or a video than Facebook does. I don't mean that it's not an important tool. It's not something that you can add, but it's more of a communication platform. I'm not seeing a lot of people in all of our surveys. It's dominated. The surveys that we did with 77 people, dominated by Facebook. And there's a sprinkling of the rest. So you have LinkedIn, you have Instagram. Another good tool, and sometimes you can double up when you post. You can end up putting the post that you put on Facebook can be Instagram posts as well, since they're connected networks. Another is Snapchat, one of the fastest growing platforms today, currently at this moment. And it's video and photo. It's temporary content. People are using it to tell stories. Hey, follow me in my life. And what I'm seeing with Snapchat is not a lot of network marketing, business building using the platform. What I'm seeing a lot of celebrities telling their stories. Hey, follow me along in my life. Or people goofing around and communicating with each other. More of a friend platform than a business platform. I played with it a bit. I got bored with it pretty fast, just as me personally. I'm not saying that may change. It may change. But the temporary nature of the content makes it a little less valuable in the long-term building of your brand, in my opinion, unless you're a celebrity. That's my opinion. All this is my opinion, and that's observations of the people that we interviewed, okay? So I'm not saying it's not a valuable platform, but I'm just talking about if you want to use it to build your network marketing business, I'm not seeing big results yet. Same thing's true with Twitter. I could have 1 million followers on Twitter by now if I wanted to, if I paid attention to it, but I just never, ever got traction with Twitter in building in seeing how that would be helpful. Even in building a personal brand, what I do inside of Network Marketing Pro, I have a following, but it's nothing even close to what Facebook provides as far as value, as far as content. So Twitter's another one of those communication platforms that, to me, I'm just not seeing the conversion. Somebody might have it, but again, I'm really not interested in what a few people are doing. What I'm interested in is what's duplicating. And this moment, that isn't duplicating dramatically. Pinterest is a visual format. It's like a billboard of people's interests. Very helpful for people. It's dominated by women. It's helpful for people who want to share their brand, their their hopes, their aspirations, their goals, their dreams visually. They put those people up, they pin those things up under their Pinterest, and they're able to kind of extend their brand. So a lot of these can be extensions of what you do on Facebook, but there's a service, for example, called Hootsuite, where you can attach your different social media platforms and make one post that goes to all of them. And that's fine. If you want to post a photo that goes to Facebook, that goes to Instagram, that goes to LinkedIn, that goes to Snapchat, that goes to Pinterest, and goes to Twitter all at the same time, you can do that if you want to. But what I found is what you focus on, it tends rewarding you. If you kind of just generally support it all, it doesn't reward you as much. Because understand, I have all of these. I have all of these platforms. You can find me on all of them. And there's similar content here and there. But my focus, again, is where I'm getting results. I'm a student of results. Let's talk about the video platforms that are out there. YouTube is by far King Kong. If you're going to create video content, make sure that you're creating a YouTube channel in addition to what you're putting on Facebook, that you build, let's say you're going to do a Facebook Live, record that video, put it up on YouTube also. But YouTube is king. One of the biggest mistakes I made in social media is I started putting all my videos, my first probably 300 or 400 videos, maybe 500 videos. I put on a video platform called Vidler because I could brand my name on it, before YouTube allowed that, because it allowed a little bit longer content than YouTube did at the time. Big mistake, because that's not a search engine when YouTube is. So YouTube, Facebook Live, video platforms there. Zoom is a new platform that people are using to be able to connect with their teams, do meetings with, conference calls. Skype, video platform to be able to connect with people. You can split screen. You can have multiple people on a Skype call. The quality is much, much better than it's ever been in the past. WhatsApp is another communication platform that I think is important. All of these are in my arsenal. All of these I would suggest at some point become in your arsenal. There's only so much you can focus on though, right? So my suggestion to you is start with Facebook and then find your interest, but make sure that you can be consistent with whatever this is. I think the people who just broadcast across all platforms, same content for all platforms, it doesn't work as well because it doesn't feel as personal to that platform. These platforms all have a personality. LinkedIn's very business, very buttoned down. Snapchat's very goofy and fun. It's complete. If you try and put business content onto Snapchat, people are going, what are you doing? You try and put Snapchat content, with somebody opening their mouth with a big dog tongue hanging out, the different things. You put that up on LinkedIn, people are going, what's going on? You some kind of clown? It's completely appropriate on one. It's not appropriate on the other. So just think about the goals of what you're trying to create with your brand. And that's my current state of the union on the current platforms available to you. Now, let me talk to you about video because I've learned a lot about video over the course of, I've put out, 2,000 videos, somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000 videos that I've done since 2009 on every topic in the world, on rants, on information, on stories, on interviews, everything in the world. But let me give you some ideas when it comes to success with video online. I've had a lot of success with video online. And I can teach you some simple things. Let me give you some key concepts when it comes to video. Number one, never make a video unless you have a theme. Come up with a theme before you start the video. Where I've made mistakes is I turn the video on and I just say, I just thought I'd do a video right now. I have no theme. And nobody cares. You have to have a theme. You have to tell them what the theme is right away. You have to get into it. What is your theme? What is the purpose of making this video? And come up with a theme. It might be a quote. It might be a thought. It might be an idea. It might be a rant. It might be a story. Let me just tell you a story. So it's critical, in my opinion, that you never start a video without a theme. Think of the theme. Put it in your head and make sure you accomplish the communication of that theme. That's number one. Number two, above all else, be interesting. When you see me, I'm authentic. Okay, this is the real me, but it's a little bit hyped up me. It's a little bit more energy me. It's a little bit more enthusiasm me. When the camera turns off, I let the air out of the balloon just a little bit, but I do everything I can to bring you energy as much as I can bring energy to you. It doesn't need to be yelling, but it needs to be energetic, right? So be interesting through energy, number one, and through value, number two. If it's relevant to your audience, if you could think of a theme that's relevant to your brand, that's relevant to your community, that is interesting to your community, and you deliver that theme in a way that brings them value, that is shareable, that is likable, that is commentable, that is remarkable, that is taggable, you're on your way to building your brand using video. So 1 is have a theme. 2 is bring value. 3 is do it in as interesting a way as you can do it. 4, make sure you have decent, at least, lighting and sound. The sun is at your back and all people see is a black face. You know, you got to learn, and you'll learn this fast when you're doing video. Oh, wait, I got to put my face into the light so people can see where I am. What's the background look like? What's the sound look like? Can I get myself in a better spot? Can I get myself a better angle? Can somebody else hold the camera? Can I put it on a tripod so it's not shaky all over the place? You know, for 3 years, guess what my video tripod, my wife Marina holding the video with her elbows on a table or something. That was it. That was part of the authenticity and me having fun, and the audio wasn't always great. I didn't always have a microphone on. I didn't always have lights. If you see the setup we have right here, I didn't have a backdrop like this. I mean, I found the most interesting place I could find with decent sound, decent light, and I thought of my theme and I started. And I was trying to make it relevant to my community in as entertaining a way as I could possibly do it. Now, let me give you another tip when it comes to video. First, when in doubt, make it quick. When in doubt, if you're not sure, make it fast. People's attention spans are really, really short. We've been trained through all the stuff we watch online. Make it short, baby. You know, you got a couple minutes. You really got like 30 seconds to capture their imagination. Tell them your theme, tell them the value they're gonna learn, and do it in an entertaining way, and then you're gonna hold them for another 30 seconds, but don't think that you're gonna hold them for 30 minutes. It ain't gonna happen unless you have the chops, unless it's so compelling and so relevant and so interesting and so inspiring and so congruent with that audience, it solves such a huge need, then they'll stay. But if it doesn't meet all of those criteria, they're scrolling past you. It's gone. Opportunity's gone. So when in doubt, go short. The only time you can go longer is if it's either very interesting, very compelling, very relevant to your audience, or you are just impossible not to look at, right? There's some people out there that are incredible because guess what? They're just pretty people, or they're lunatics. They're just absolutely crazy. You see those crazy people? They got their flip phones in their kitchen or whatever, and they're just ranting every day about something, and they're just crazy. And they're so crazy that you can't stop watching, right? So that's something that you need to think about. If you have the ability to be any of those things, fantastic. If not, keep it short. Keep it short. Make sure it's relevant. Make sure you have a theme. Make sure people care. Because if it's not connecting with them on a personal level, they're gone. They're out. It's over. Okay? So those are some video tips. That's 2,000 videos worth of experience straight to you, right? Boom, 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 boom. You do those, you're ahead of 90% of people in the world. 90% of people don't do what I just suggested. Most people just blah, blah, blah. Hi, guys. I just wanted to talk to you today. And how's you doing? How's it going out there? Where's everybody from? What's going on? Hi. Oh, yeah, that's great. Hi, Sandy from Utah. Who cares? Haven't told anybody anything of value. Okay? Got it? All right. So that's video. So we talked about the platforms. We talked about some video tips. Let me give you some other things that I think are valuable to people when it comes to technology. One is webinars. There's platforms today where you can host a webinar. You can do it, you can call it a webinar and make it a Facebook Live and schedule it and let people know that at such and such a time, you're going to bring X value. You're going to tell them some story. You're going to bring them 5 tips to this or 7 strategies for that. Or webinars for your team, webinars for prospects. Hey, I'm going to get everybody together at 7 o'clock tonight at this particular, and there's lots of webinar hosting platforms that you can use that are simple to use, just point and click, that you can use to be able to tell the story to your prospects, to be able to share it. Webinars work very, very well. So consider webinars in your arsenal of online tools. In addition to webinars, surveys. There's a service that I use called SurveyMonkey, surveymonkey.com. You can sign up for the service for free, or you can get an enhanced service to be able to get more reporting tools, but you can use this to be able to create any kind of survey you want. And ask your community what's important to them. Ask your community, what do they value the most? Ask your people that are connected to your brand, what's interesting? Because based upon that information, what can you do? You can create content that serves that need. You can find information, you can curate content that brings value to that community. So SurveyMonkey and doing surveys is very valuable. I would recommend you don't go crazy with it, but it's something that you can use on a regular basis in order to be able to enhance the content, really get to know your audience. Because just know this, there's people who are watching and interacting with you, but for every one of those, there's 50 people that are lurking, that are watching you, but maybe haven't followed you yet, that are watching your stuff, but haven't commented. There's some people that I watch, and I don't follow their page, but I watch them. I don't know why I don't follow them. I don't know why I never commented, but I'm still a fan. I still like them. But if all of a sudden they put out, hey, I've got a 3-question survey, to help me answer this question, hey, I might go check it out. Check out that survey. You could do blind surveys so people don't have to put their contact information at all. You can put surveys where people put their contact information. You can reach out to them in a future, as a prospect in the future, after they identify their needs and their hopes and their dreams, whatever it happens to be. So SurveyMonkey is very, very good. Last things I'll just leave you with, just to understand all platforms are constantly changing. Everything that I talked about right now, 2 years from now, may be obsolete. I think the video tips as an example is something that's going to be constant over time. The platforms are going to change dramatically. What's getting viewed is going to change dramatically. We're entering a virtual reality world, and virtual reality is going to have a seat at the table. It doesn't have one today, this minute, but it's going to have a seat at the table, and we don't know how that's going to affect what it is that we do and the impact that it has. But I expect it to be pretty disruptive in the coming years. But what do entrepreneurs do? We adapt, right? Focus on the concepts. Strategies and platforms are going to change. Entrepreneurs adapt, and progress is perfection. Continue to get better, continue to improve, continue to model success, continue to pay attention to what doesn't work, and just get better every single day. It's a journey. 10 years from now, we're all going to be more networked than we are today. Some are going to be consciously so, and some are going to be left behind as this tsunami of online connection continues to sweep around the world. So that's some extra value for you in this bonus module. Hope you stayed around to check it out. And mad love to all of you. Okay, go out there and make it happen. See you later. Take care. Bye-bye.